Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Sheila Fawson.
I'm Greg Fawson. We do the broadcast.
I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia, and I'll be doing the readings.
And I'm Barbara Heinzelman. I play guitar and doing some music along with
Solo Stanley. I'll be doing percussion.
All right. Nice to see you all.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm praying this in, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I see that order of service, but I don't necessarily see who's doing it. So I invite you to just close your eyes. Take a deep breath as we recognize that there is one power and one presence, one life, one eternal intelligence that is right where we are all of the time. And I know that this service is blessed and that each one of us participating in any way is blessed and is the blessing. And so I reach out into the eternality of each one of our lives and know that it is all unfolding in absolute perfection, as is this service unfolding in absolute perfection. And for this I give thanks. And together we say, and so it is.
So it is.
All right. Let's get started with some music.
Let's
we got
do
Thurman
that.
Saddleback.
Woo-hoo.
Yay.
And it's a great day to start our day with a great song by Karen Drucker. I start my
All
day.
right.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's start our day. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, that's what I get more of is peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, that's what I get more of is peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, that's what I get more of is joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, that's what I get more of is joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. That's what I get more of is love. That's what I get more of is love.
Hey,
Great way to start our day.
that's
Thank you.
right. That's lovely.
Here we got some stuff to do, and we'll be back to you for another song. Can't wait.
Thank you.
So the mission for the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro is to create an open, accepting, learning environment that recognizes and embraces diversity, peaceful resolution to conflict in personal and community relationships, and to help make the world a better place.
So it is.
So it is. So like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro and all the other places that are out there. You can find us too. So on our website, cslnorthmetro.org, you can find all of the links for not only this service, but previous services for quite a while. and the affirmations and the weekly prayer. And there are quite a few of those as well that Stephan Anthony writes all of the time. And today's title is Love, Like, Dislike. And you've already met our amazing guest artists, Barb Heinzelman and Salo Stanley. So we love them.
Yeah.
And today's reading is from For the Inward Journey by Howard Thurman. And I know we talked about it last week, but I want to mention it again. For our participation in Black History Month, we'll be using books written by Black authors that we know and love and have read lots of for a long time. So that's that. So I think we must be ready for affirmations.
Yes. Dr. Ernestine in person.
Yes, I am ready, and I know everyone else is ready also.
That's right.
Okay. Affirmations for the week of February 19th, 2023. Written by Stephan Anthony. Please repeat after me. I converse with God by turning within and listening.
I converse with God by turning within and listening.
My needs are clear now and fulfilled by the universe.
My needs are clear now and fulfilled by the universe.
Infinite possibility exists before me every day.
Infinite possibility exists before me every day.
All that I do comes from the loving, compassionate place in my heart.
All that I do comes from the loving, compassionate place in my heart.
I choose to purposefully live fully within the current sacred moment.
I choose
to purposefully live fully within the current sacred moment.
Every aspect of my life is spirit revealing itself.
Every aspect of my life is spirit revealing itself.
And together we say,
And so it is.
As Reverend Valerie mentioned, the reading today is from the book, The Inward Journey by Howard Thurman. It is a wondrous discovery when there is disclosed to the mind the fact that there may be no direct and responsible relation between two human beings that can determine their attitude toward each other. We are accustomed to thinking that one person's attitude toward another is a response to an attitude. The formula is very neat. Love begets love. Hate begets hate. Indifference begets indifference. Often this is true. Again and again, we try to met out to others what we experience at their hands. There's much to be said for the contagion of attitudes. There are moments in every person's life when they try to give as good or as bad as they get. But this presupposes that the relation between human beings is somehow mechanical, as if each person is utterly and completely separated. This is far from the truth, even though it may seem to square with some of the facts of our experienced behavior. There is a profound ground of unity that is more pertinent and authentic than all the unilateral dimensions of our lives. This a person discovers when they are able to keep open the door of their heart. This is one's ultimate responsibility, and it is not dependent upon whether the heart of another is kept open for them. Here is a mystery. If sweeping through the door of my heart, there moves continually a genuine love for you, it bypasses all your hate and all your indifference and gets through to you at your center. You are powerless to do anything about it. You may keep alive in devious ways the fires of your bitter heart, but they cannot get through to me. Underneath the surface of all the tension, something else is at work. It is utterly impossible for you to keep another from loving you. True, you may scorn their love. You may reject it in all ways within your power. You may try to close every opening in your own heart. It will not matter. There is no easy sentimentality, but it is the very essence of the vitality of all being. The word that love is stronger than hate and goes beyond death is the great disclosure to those who have found that they keep open the door of their heart. It matters not how many doors are closed against them. And together we say,
So
Yay,
it is.
so it is.
Whoa.
That
Yeah.
made me emotional.
Yeah, that's really powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, Howard.
Yeah, and thank you, Ernestine. Dr. Ernestine.
Yeah, praise the Lord. Thank you, Revs.
You know, I read it several times and then I typed it, but actually hearing you read it, I got it at a whole new level today. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is truly my honor and my blessing.
So we got some more music
Yes,
coming
we
up.
do.
Okay.
Thank you, Ernestine. Barb Cello.
Here we are.
Oh,
Here we-
we get the flute.
We get the flute and the guitar. We had a song several years ago called Magdalena. It's on our very first CD, but we just decided to rework it, so we call it Magdalena 2023. And here we go.
wonderful. Thank you so much.
That just took me to another
It
dimension.
did. It really did.
Excellent.
That it had that ancient feeling to it,
Mhm.
timeless ancient feeling. Thank you.
Yes. Thank
You're
you
the
so
best.
much. We are blessed. Thank you.
Okay. See you in a while. That was great.
That was. It's really, really good.
Well, people who know me know that I like playing with spirit. I like playing with spirituality. I like trying things and testing things and questioning things. And just within the last couple of days, I thought, I wonder who first wrote God as the word for God. I mean, when did it happen? There's all kinds of other words from all different languages, but where did God come from? And then I thought, if I was to name God, what would I name it? And the first thing that came through my mind was, excuse me, was the sweetness of life. And I thought, ooh, I like that. So for God, I put in the sweetness of life. And I thought I'd test it by injecting it into something from the Bible. And I chose, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was the sweetness of life, and the Word was the sweetness, and the Word was the sweetness of life. And for me, that just takes me in another place, because life is sweet. It's so sweet. I wasn't feeling my best today, and somebody said, I think Greg or Sheila said, and you're still smiling. I thought, yeah, because life is sweet. I'm not going to let some dumb thing in my body take me over and ruin my day, because there's too much sweetness all around me. Sweetness in this room, sweetness in the music that we just heard, sweetness in Greg and Sheila doing the work of keeping the service going. There's just so much sweetness. And the good thing to know is that sweetness is always present. It doesn't go anywhere. There's nowhere to go, because this is it. I am it. You are it. You are the sweetness of life, and the life that is so sweet that it can never be taken from you. It's yours. It's the glorification of itself. The sweetness of life is you, and you are the sweetness of life. And when you think about it, all it really needs from us is our attention. That's all it really asks of us. And it doesn't really care if we give it or not, because it's that loving. So there's another aspect of the sweetness of life, that it's always giving, asking nothing in return. I meditated a little bit this morning on that word, on those words, the sweetness of life. And somehow in that moment, I didn't feel my body. I didn't feel what was going on in my body. I just was kind of in this beautiful, peaceful place. And it was glorious. It was the sweetness of life glorifying itself through me. And I'm thankful for that. I compare the experiencing the sweetness of life like seeing the most glorious sunset that you've ever seen or has ever existed. This glorious sunset, it just makes you feel so unified with all of existence, so one with all life, one with everything. And it's unimaginable that anything could take place in my life that would keep me from allowing the sweetness of life to express itself all the time, in, through, and as me, giving, receiving. So I'm going to go to what kind of paraphrase what Howard Thurman said when he was talking about opening the door to love. I open the door to love, and I experience love. If I keep my door closed, they're sure not going to come in. and the sweetness of life isn't going to break down my door. I should have titled this talk "The Sweetness of Life" instead of "Love Like a."
Well, but because we have to do the title way before the top comes, sometimes it doesn't fit. So there it is.
So he says, when you open this door of love, when you open it wide open and you step through, don't expect it to have to come back to you. It doesn't have to be reciprocal, because it just doesn't have to. For you to be the love that was created as you doesn't need somebody to give you love.
Right.
And that's an important,
It is.
especially during this month. It's Valentine's Day. It's African. It's Black History Month.
Isn't that Women's Month too, or something else? It's several months all this month.
Well, there's a lot to celebrate, and there's a lot of love to go around.
That's right.
And I think of Howard Thurman. He was during a time when African Americans weren't treated so well, and to keep his, like so many other leaders of the African American community, had things horribly done to them, yet they kept their love door open, and that's so important. Where in your life are you closing the door on? Who are you closing the door on, and why? What will that do for either one of you? I've told this story before, but it kind of goes with the theme. My daughter, when she was about 4 or 5 years old, and she was living in San Francisco with her mother, and I was in Los Angeles. And the first letter I ever got from her, she wrote some stuff I can't remember what it was, but I do remember her signature. And she says, "I love you and I like you too." And that was just so profound, from this like little wise being saying that, because it takes you to so many dimensions of what love is. People sometimes compare love and unconditional love, but I think if you love, it has to be unconditional. It's not like you can separate it from love, because love is unconditional, and it's always the most powerful tool that we can use in creating, in dealing with any kind of disaster or any kind of hurt or pain. Just give it love. Love will always endure. There are those that may challenge you in life, and I've had my share, and we ask ourselves, how do we love them? Well, what I know is that I love their spiritual self. I dislike the human self that's acting out, causing hurt, causing pain, causing conflict. That I can dislike, but that doesn't stop me from loving them in a way that doesn't embrace what they're doing, but sets a stage for how they can change and be more loving in their heart, be more open to the goodness and the grace of God. Just knowing I love you and I like you too. My daughter is the most precious thing in my life. And right now we're going through a little shift in how we connect. She's needing a place to just find herself. And one of the hardest things I can do is just let her do it. But I have faith in love, because when she's asked this of me, she always says, "Daddy-o." And that I know is a loving thing that she created for me. And she continues to say, "I love you and I like you too." So as long as I know that, I know we can get through whatever she's going through that needs to just not be connected with me right now. And it's not easy to do. So spread your love. Love your job. Even though it may be the worst job in the whole wide world, love it. Love that person that's causing you nothing but pain. Love them. There's nothing that will prevents you from being that perfection of God and for expressing it in a loving way.
Mhm.
You can express it tenderly, yet with a conviction that you don't accept their misuse of life. You can do that. You can love them. You don't have to like them. Okay.
So when I was thinking about this title, I started out thinking, well, I'll make a list of the things I like and the things I love and the things I dislike. And then I started thinking about what we do when we're thinking about things like that. And thoughts are things we tell ourselves. And those words have power. And so if I start focusing on things that I dislike and things that I like but I don't love, then I'm going to start telling myself some stories. And so I just thought, I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on what am I thinking? And where am I thinking about what I don't want? Where am I thinking about what is happening and what could happen and how much power I'm giving it? And I know that when we do that, and I know our mind likes to do that, it likes to take those things that are not exactly like we like them, and it likes to chew on them, and it likes to keep bringing them back up, and it likes to just, okay, well, so you quit thinking about this, but how about this one? How about this one? And so I just want to invite us to be aware of what we're thinking and to realize that we're manifesting that which we're thinking. And the more emotion we put into what we're thinking, the more attention, the more we manifest that, because we manifest our emotions as well. And so I'm inviting us instead to take the time to concentrate on those things which we like, those things which we love, those things which we want more of in our life. Now, also I'm inviting us to take the time to practice self-love, because sometimes I think we have a tendency to criticize ourselves and to think I did that, but I could have done better. I should have done this. I could have done that. If we just start loving ourselves and congratulating ourselves and treating ourselves like for example, how I would treat my grandchild, it's like, okay, whatever it is that's going on, there's not anything they could do that would cause me not to love them. And I watch little children and they do a thing and they have a tantrum and then they're done with it. And they're off to play and they're off to do another fun thing. And as we get older, I think we lose that ability to let it go and just be back to the joy and just be back to the love. And so as we start focusing on the love for ourselves, start focusing on self-love, I'm inviting us to be gentle with ourselves when we're starting to think about, well, I should have done this, I could have done that, I might have been able to do that better. And just realize that we're manifesting in this special right here, right now moment. And so we're going to focus on making that moment as complete as possible and not think about what I could have, should have done, what I need to still do, but just what is right about this moment? What is love in this moment? What is it that I can be grateful for and love myself for just right in this moment? And so as we're practicing this, we're knowing that the divine is also present right in there with us, celebrating this moment, manifesting our thoughts and our feelings. This came from pretty sure from A Pathway of Roses from Christian D. Larson. Divine will does not fight wrong. It transforms it. It works in silence and serenity. It goes calmly beneath the surface and transforms the undercurrents from which the conditions come. And so as we focus on that divine love, as we focus on really the truth of our being, that absolute love that is our being, that is ourselves, that is truly what we're made of and from, then we can send love to that which we wish to change. We can send love to ourselves in the places we wish to change. We can send love to all the places around the world where we wish to change things. And we have that power to send that love out and begin to uplift the energy and the light and the love in this planet. And so I know also that we have moments of just absolute complete bliss, like you were talking about. I felt it too when the music was going and well, in that the reading and so as we begin to focus on that instead of what we don't have, what we don't like, what we don't want, and we start focusing on what we do have and what we're going to manifest tomorrow and how much better it is, and we already heard from somebody that there are blooms or little sprouts coming up outside, and focus on that. I mean, oh my gosh, how exciting is spring and the blossoms and the blooms and the flowers and the sunshine and the wonder. And just begin to focus on the love that's in our heart and begin to focus on manifesting that which we love and manifesting more of what we love. Do you have more you want to say?
Well, while you were talking, Greg sent this.
Thank you. February is Black History Month, Humpback Whale Awareness Month, National Cancer Prevention Month, American Heart Month, Jewish Disability Awareness and Inclusion Month. Wow.
That's a whole lot.
Is that a whole lot?
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because that powerful verse from the Bible, it starts out all of life that in the beginning was the Word, and that's so deep in our teaching in the Centers for Spiritual Living, that our word has power, and it's the same word that was in the beginning, because the word is the power, and it's with God, and it is God, is the sweetness of life. So I invite you this week to see the sweetness in everything that happens to you, be it good, bad, indifferent. Just find the joyful place that you're alive and you're able to experience all these experiences.
Yes.
What a delight.
Yes. So I just invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As we recognize that supreme love and oneness and beingness that is called by many names, including God. I know that there is only, regardless of the names, there's only one. There is one life, one power, one infinite intelligence, one supreme being that is always creating and always manifesting, and is always available to each and every one of us all of the time. It is always present. So I am so grateful to know my oneness with that divine, and that same divine is present in each and every one of us all the time. And so I know that this day is good. I know that this life is good. I know that as we express that love and express that oneness, and as we begin to open the door of our heart, and without having any conditions about what someone else does or feels or is, and we just begin to understand that as we open our heart and as we understand who we are, the truth of our being, our oneness with life and with love and with truth, that we are creating a wondrous, wondrous life, and we are up-leveling the love in the world, that we are by our very being up-leveling the love in the world. And so in absolute gratitude for knowing that oneness, for knowing our beingness, for knowing love and peace and truth and harmony and well-being and healing. I just know it for ourselves. I know it for everyone. And so I'm so grateful, grateful to know that this is true, that it's already done in the mind of God, because that's the way this works. We stated it is done, and we know it is done. And so there's nothing more for me to do but let go, let God, and allow it to be. And together we say, and so it is. Amen, amen, aho, ashe, and woo-hoo.
Right here.
Om is the name that is inside me, which is aware of the unity of all things. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Can you tell us something about that piece?
Oh, well, that was a song by Diva Pramal. And the melody has just always captured me. So even in those moments when I'm scared, or it is just, it's just kind of a wild moment, usually this one will calm me down. And the notes that she wrote for this was, Om is the name that is inside me, which is aware of the unity of all things.
Mm.
So, no matter what's happening, no matter what's kind of shaking out there, Om connects
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yes.
That was
Beautiful.
wonderful.
Thank you. That was a blessing.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take care of some more business, and we'll get back to your final song.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Thank you.
To it.
Oh, hello out there. Guess what? It's contribution time, and you get to think about whether you enjoy what we're doing, what we're offering, and you want to thank us in a form that is universal. That's cash, money, and just say yes, because we're here for you, and we hope you'll be here for us. So how can they do that?
The easiest way is to go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org. You can use PayPal there. There's another way to give out there, and you can give once or set it up regularly. And also Venmo. If you use Venmo, you can use that QR code right there and pay immediately. And our address is on the website if you're a person who likes to do checks. And so whatever, however, and if you have a problem, you have our phone numbers out there on the website too. You could always call. We'll enter you and work you through it.
Certainly will.
Yes, we will.
So now see yourself as the blesser of this planet, and bless this basket that it receives everything we need to keep going and to grow exponentially.
Yes.
So just repeat after me. Dear Spirit,
Dear Spirit,
thank you for this opportunity to show my love.
thank you for this opportunity to show my love.
I send it out freely,
I send it out freely,
knowing it touches many people,
knowing that it touches many people,
heals many situations,
heals many situations,
transforms the world,
transforms the world,
and makes it a better place.
and makes it a better place.
For this, I give and say thank you.
For this, I give and say thank you.
And so it is.
And so it is. So one more song.
Bueno
And
más.
the music is always fantastic with you guys, but I think it's been especially fantastic today. It's just been so deep and so powerful and so moving. I just can't thank you enough for what you add for the service and for me personally.
Thank you. And we have so much fun playing with each other, and we have so much fun playing with you.
Yes.
And it's so much fun playing with Spirit too.
Yes. That's right.
Yes.
And
Well, it shows when it's just moving. Thank you.
thank you. And we've got our last song is by the late Linda Webb Kakaba, and it's one of our songs we used to sing all the time at our center in Clovis when we were playing there. And so, it says it all. I gave thanks no matter what you're going through.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
There was pain in my body. I gave thanks and it's gone. There was pain in my body. I gave thanks and it's gone. I accepted the things that I wanted. I let go of the things that I don't. I gave thanks. 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 And it's gone. There was a hole in my pocket. I gave thanks and it's gone. There was a hole in my pocket. I gave thanks and it's gone.
gave thanks, and now I'm free.
Yeah, thank you. What a glorious end to a glorious service. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful words, beautiful things touching me and getting me to think. So thank you for that, because my wheels
Yes.
need to start moving.
Hey, you.
All
There's a lot
right.
of people who made this service possible. Thank you all.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you.
Sure.
So,
Great service, great talk, great music,
Great music.
and Ernestine, great readings. So really appreciate it.
Thank you. And I can't tell you how wonderful it feels to be back.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, we missed you.
Yeah.
Oh, when you were talking about the sweetness of life and another word for God, I was thinking God is the same as dog spelled backwards.
That's right.
Would you believe we got a new dog, a new puppy this week?
and they think they're God too.
Yeah.
I think they know it.
Yeah, they know it.
She's sitting over here on her throne.
Definitely a symbol of unconditional love for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's a whole nother sermon. I think you're onto something there. Unconditional love that you receive. Oh,
yeah.
anyway, from your pets and especially your dogs and okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we invite you to join us on Zoom afterwards, and we'll keep this conversation going. And we usually have a pretty good time on Zoom afterwards. So the link is in the comments, and if you miss it there, it's on our website on the calendar. And sign up to get our emails as well, so that you know what we're doing and what's going on. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I think I'll take this time to pray us out, and then I'll see you all on Zoom in a minute. All right. So I invite you once again to close your eyes as we give thanks for this amazing, amazing day, for the service this day, for the music this day, for the presence of each one here in person, for the presence of each one who participated in the service, and for all of those who are watching online. We're so, so, so grateful. Grateful for all the good in our lives and all the good in your lives. And so I just simply release this word into the love, into the law, and let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
So it is.
And we'll see you on Zoom.
Namaste.
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 Thank you.
You-